He was looking for silence, a place where the world's noise would finally fade. The remote cabin, nestled deep in the snow-dusted woods, seemed perfect. A log fire, a stack of books, and no one for miles. But it was the old, leather-bound guest book on the mantelpiece that truly captured his attention. He expected simple pleasantries, notes about the scenery. What he found was a decade-long conversation. It started with a simple entry from a man named Leo, dated 10 years ago. The silence here is deafening. Hope the next guest brings a better book than the one I left. A week later, a reply from Clara. Your taste in literature is as bleak as a winter's night, but the silence? It sings. I left a book you might actually enjoy. And so it began. Every other week, they'd return. Leo, the city cynic with a hidden romantic streak, and Clara, the free-spirited artist who saw poetry in everything. They never met, never even exchanged last names, but their lives unfolded on these pages. He read about Leo's grueling work weeks, his dreams of opening a bookstore. He saw Clara's sketches in the margins, read her descriptions of the changing seasons, her frustrations with a blank canvas. They debated everything from the best way to brew coffee to the meaning of life. Leo's spiky, assertive handwriting slowly softened over the years. Clara's flowing, artistic script became more grounded, more thoughtful. He found himself laughing at their inside jokes, feeling a pang of sympathy when Leo wrote about his father's illness, and a surge of warmth when Clara described seeing the northern lights for the first time from the cabinet's porch. Without realizing it, he started looking forward to their entries more than the peace and quiet he'd come for. He felt like he knew them. He felt like he was falling for the idea of them, this perfect, written courtship. He admired Leo's wit and vulnerability, and he was captivated by Clara's passion and wisdom. They were two halves of a perfect whole, their souls intertwined in ink. He traced their words with his finger, feeling the indentations on the old paper. A year into their correspondence, Leo wrote, Clara, I feel like I know you better than anyone. It's crazy, isn't it? To miss someone you've never met. Clara's reply came a week later. Not crazy at all, Leo. I find myself looking for you in the faces of strangers in the city. Maybe one day, we'll be brave enough. As he turned the pages, a growing sense of anticipation filled him. He was rooting for them, desperate for their happy ending. He even found himself adding his own entry. Leo, Clara, if you ever read this, your story has been the best company. I hope you found each other. He felt foolish, writing to ghosts from the past, but he couldn't help it. He read faster now, the years flying by in a flurry of paper. The entries grew more intimate, more daring. They confessed fears they'd never told anyone else. They shared dreams they were almost afraid to say aloud. Finally, after 9 years of writing, Leo made the move. Clara, this is it. Enough waiting. Let's meet. Here. Next year, on this very day, at noon. I'll be on the porch. If you're not there, I'll understand. But I have to try. His heart pounded in his chest. He flipped the page, his hands trembling slightly. Clara's response was just one line. I'll be there, Leo. I can't wait. He smiled, a wide, genuine smile. They were going to make it. He felt a profound sense of relief, of joy for these two strangers. He had just a few pages left. He imagined their first meeting, the awkward smiles turning into laughter, the realization that the person in front of them was even better than the one on the page. But as he flipped to the final entries, the tone shifted. The weather reports on his own phone had started blaring warnings. A historic blizzard was moving in, expected to hit in 2 days, the exact anniversary of Leo and Clara's planned meeting. An uneasy feeling began to creep up his spine. He turned to the last dated page. It was Leo's handwriting, from the day before their planned rendezvous. The storm warnings are getting serious. They're saying it's the blizzard of the century. I'm already here, made it just before they closed the roads. I hope you're safe, Clara. Maybe this is a sign we should wait. His breath caught in his throat. He turned to the very last page. It was empty, except for a few lines scrawled hastily at the bottom. The handwriting was a mix of Leo's sharp angles and Clara's soft curves, as if one had started the sentence and the other had finished it. The ink was darker, smudged, as if written in a panic. We finally met. The storm trapped us both. If you're reading this, we didn't survive. The generator is dead, the wood is gone. Don't make our mistake. The universe gives you a chance, but it also gives you warnings. We should have listened. Leave. Now. The book fell from his hands. The words echoed in the sudden, terrifying silence of the cabin. The fire in the hearth seemed to shrink, offering no warmth. He looked out the window. The snow was falling faster now, the wind beginning to howl, a low, mournful sound that seemed to carry their names. Leo, Clara. He felt a cold dread wash over him. He was living their story in reverse. He'd found their love, and now he was facing their fate. The radio crackled with static before a voice confirmed his fears. All roads were closed. The blizzard of the decade was upon him. He was trapped, just like them. He spent the next 2 days in a daze, rationing his food, keeping the fire alive, his eyes constantly darting back to the guest book lying on the floor. Their final, desperate warning was a ghost in the room with him. Leave. But there was nowhere to go. The morning of the anniversary arrived. The storm raged outside, a white wall of fury. The world beyond the windows had disappeared completely. It was their day, the day they met, and the day they were lost. He sat by the fire, the guest book in his lap, a pen in his hand. He didn't know what to write. An apology? A goodbye? He stared at the clock on the mantelpiece. 11:58, 11:59. The cabin groaned under the weight of the snow. The wind screamed. He thought of Leo and Clara, huddled together in the cold, their beautiful story ending in tragedy just a few feet from where he now sat. The clock struck noon, and then, over the roar of the wind, he heard it. A sound that shouldn't be possible. A firm, deliberate knock on the cabin door. His heart stopped. It was impossible. No one could be out there. He crept to the door, his body rigid with fear. He peered through the small, frosted glass pane in the center. A figure stood on the porch, a silhouette against the swirling white chaos. They were covered in snow, but they were holding something up for him to see. A pen. It was an old-fashioned fountain pen, and the ink staining the nib was the same dark, distinctive color as the final, tragic entry in the guest book. Find out who is at the door in the next episode. If you were captivated by this story, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who loves a good mystery, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the conclusion. Thanks for watching.